Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to some World of Horror. But let's be honest. I've played this before and it's probably not going to be very spooky. So I'm going to be running around with a knife. Just going to be me deranged. I'm the horror. I am the eldritch god ascending. Version 1.0 came out. I believe that's what they're calling it, 1.0. It's out of early access. And I don't know what they added to it. But I was told by Sirens that it was coming out, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I enjoy the game, so I do hope that 1.0 actually like added things. Spoopy world of horror. Horror. I don't know, horror could work. Kind of fits. That's what happens when the eldritch god stubs his toe. He goes horror, ow. But yeah. I believe it is on sale too, but version 1.0 is out. Yeah, the sale is over in like 2 days, I think. Is what I'm reading. I think. But I thought it'd be worth giving another shot. Seeing some of these new features, hopefully. They did some reworking on the art, I think, to avoid, I'm assuming like copyright. I could be entirely wrong, but I think I overheard that. It's like they changed some of the art. They have an animated trailer, so I'm kind of hoping there's more of like that. Like some more animated parts of the game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying it. I know in the future we'll also be doing a bit of Forewarned. If anyone's interested in that, feel free to look for that on the stream. There's a bunch of games that we have lined up. But for right now, we're doing this one. Which, I know the last time we did this, all of my strategies were going out the window. I wasn't doing very well, and I don't expect to do very well now either. But as long as we can learn some new stuff, maybe unlock some things. I think you have to complete the entire, like, chapter, like, well, the entire run in order to unlock something new. But I'm not sure. Above all, I'm hoping for new investigations. I think if there can at least be some new investigations, I'll take it. Because I wasn't very good at getting the other runs done. I should get this someday. It's a pretty good game. Like, I'm sure if I played it on my own, I would kind of like understand more. Maybe on how to get like some of the alternate endings. Some of them are very easy. Like, you know, you do certain puzzles or pick certain dialogues and it's like, oh, you get a different outcome. But right now it is, the original price is $20. The price has technically gone up because it's out of early access. But as of right now, it is $15. It's not a huge sale. But it's a pretty good game. highly recommend. You could definitely kill some hours in it. Let alone the fact that it's very roguelike, so the opportunity of, you know, bad runs and needing to restart are probably pretty common. Which I feel like what was happening to me a lot. I think they did mention that this is... I don't know, maybe I heard that or read that somewhere. But I swear I heard that it was coming to the Switch eventually. I could be wrong. Like it's coming to console. Or at least like a console. Yeah. It's here on their page. It's I don't think they say when. Trying to time for Halloween or merchandise partner. So yeah, there's a bunch of merchandise. Yeah, they don't mention if it's already out or if it's something else, but it's apparently on the Switch along with a lot of merchandise. I don't know if you have to buy it at a third party or whatnot, but yeah. There's also apparently eventually going to be Steam integration, which I'm wondering if that will allow some more workshop-esque mods rather than going to their website. As much as I would love to mod this, I don't feel like I feel like out of all the games that I could mod, this is not one that I would want to do. It feels good where it's at, and some of the mods would probably kind of get in the way of that. But who knows? But I suppose we have a lot of setting up to do. So, let us jump into it. As of sorts. Again, with it being 1.0, I don't know how much will change. Oh my god. There's so many steps. But yeah. So far, it's feeling very similar. Files on mystery endings you've seen. Ending encyclopedia beasts. I don't remember this, but then again, I do remember that. Resetting your progress. We've already got all the options. I could change the colors. That's about the same. Extra math displayed. No! Anything but the extra math. Yeah, I don't think any of this is... I don't know what this is about. None of this looks different, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I think we are going to I guess we're just gonna do what we did before. Just gonna do some customizing. World of Horror Extended B. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff that I do not have unlocked. Everything is checked. I'm gonna randomize it a few times. That guy looks creepy. He's just a regular store clerk. That's perfectly fine. He's just very overworked. City of Shiikawa, Japan. 1980 something or another. Something strange is happening to our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you've only arrived in the doomed town. Everyone's face is gone.
No.
Don't remember that either. Why is everyone's face gone?
No.
So I haven't had a great track record with our boy Haro over here. Because as much as he's the faceless crew, yeah, I don't remember, like, I know they said that they changed the artwork, but I'm wondering if this is why. Like if the faces were just a little too close to something. Maybe that's why they're doing the facelessness. I'm not sure. Timeline X. Probably change their faces, or maybe you can customize. True. Potentially. Timeline choice determines the choice of available additional actions. Occult City. I think World of Horror is the normal. I think we were doing a cult. Let's do a cult. Why not? Change it up a bit.
No.
I've only had great success with her. The high dexterity, starting with the combat speed bonus, like, I guess there's a reason why she's like the go-to starting character. I feel like extra knowledge and getting spells is not going to help me. This guy's strength was not very beneficial to me in any way. Starting with a random ally could be beneficial. Starts with a camera, not very beneficial. Starts with a scalpel, could be beneficial, but she's not very dexterous. It doesn't really help us now, does it?
No.
Or I could randomize it, but I think we're gonna, just so that I can actually hopefully progress. Stick with this. At the beginning, no one had any idea what was going on. Brittle bones. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, we're just doing the normal. The most I will do is up the difficulty. What are we at? Skeptic, I'm pretty sure is... We were at Cultist. Yeah, let's do True Believer. I'm willing to take the extra hit there. But then again, I have no money. I bet we could... We'll find. I need super easy. I mean, the game... This is definitely one of the weird parts about it. Like, I've had even easy runs go sour just because of, like, luck. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. What could go wrong? Classic mode. Old gods are awakening. Which I'm definitely feeling. I want to see more of, like, the actual game, you know? Rogue games can be brutal. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and that's the thing that sucks about it, is that it's like, sometimes, like, you can know everything about the game, and then, of course, yeah, it's like, well, it doesn't matter because you're not getting any of the resources that you need. Somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. I don't know if playing a different god will fix this and add a new one. But I kind of want to go back to our boy Goizo, the thing forsaken by God. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. Reflective grass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. Resting increases doom penalty. I don't remember that. I don't remember Goizo doing that. Casting spells costing reason increases doom instead. That I remember. Both of your damage is increased. And you can't run from combat. Yeah, maybe that's what Goizo always did. Honestly, the only other one that would be easy to me would be both your damage and the enemies is increased. Because it's like that, like everybody just goes up, like nothing really changes. But let's do Goizo. Our good boy Goizo. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo, yeah, we already read this. Has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. Old God's rule. Bleh. Resting at home raises doom. Backstory, World of Horror, character exclusive perk cards only. We're back in it. I don't think anything crazy has changed. You know, we need the locks. So far I'm feeling a lot of similarities, you know. We got a few things here that we can change, but I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. Yeah, all this seems to be very similar. So, yeah. We're kind of doing some old-fashioned. Back in your home, you think of your next move. Complete at least one mystery to save. You can finally save your progress. That's, you know, that's refreshing. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You are not currently investigating any weird mystery. Recent newspaper clippings and other notes collected in the next room should point to the right direction. You can peek outside. Yep, just a normal day. Got our normal items. I got my library notes. Gain a spell. You know I'm selling this. I haven't used spells once. Maybe they're OP. Maybe they're actually very strong and brutal, and you should totally keep them and not be a big dunce like me, but I don't know. I just... Like, the game already does so much to take away these resources that you're over here like, wow, I'm gonna learn a spell, and you're just you just immediately handicap yourself. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. Oh. Tragic Tale of the Thaumaturgy Teacher. Okay, so there are some new ones. There's only one, though. So I'm wondering if there's more. Let's double check, you know, let's check. Let's take a little peek-see. So far, no. So far, it's just the one. Tragic Tale. Okay. Not getting a lot here. Yeah, I'm just seeing the one. Just seeing the one freebie. The one newbie. Yeah, Tragic Tale of a Thaumaturgy Teacher. Never played it before, so either this is blind luck that I've never played it, or this is one of the new adventures for 1.0. eerie episode of Evolving Eels. I've done that so many times. I mean, it's a good one, but like I feel like I've done it way too often. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival, freaky feature of found footage, alarming account of abnormal arms. You know, the trailer went so hard. I mean, yeah, I did look at that, and I was definitely very shocked by how much effort they went through with it, because the game doesn't really have a lot of animation. So I was definitely a little baffled. Bloody brief of a beckoning bulletin. Freaky found footage. Far Out of your festival. Vicious verses of a violent vigil. I guess we'll do these. These are a little different. There's new content. 4 mysteries, 2 new characters, and 2 new gods, I think. I'm assuming I just have to unlock them, which is probably going to be a little rough. It makes me wonder if it would behoove me to play like on a freaking baby mode, like blasting through this content to try to... I'm gonna try it on like a hard difficulty, but who knows, maybe I'm too rusty. Well, we gotta do the new one first, right? I mean, you know, we gotta do the new one. 2B used to be one of the most outstanding classes in the school, at least before their teacher's disappearance. Her replacement glides through the school, entrancing all around her with her soft voice and calming, emotionless eyes. Yeah, nothing calms, nothing, you know, nothing gets my attention more than emotionless eyes. Now she stands at the front of the class, scribbling occult symbols in chalk and hissing lessons about the old gods. The children no longer play, but sit in their seats until dark, chanting along, learning of their eldritch masters and preparing to serve them. Let us investigate. Let me totally ruin this immediately. Honestly, this could backfire because I have no weapon. I probably should have chose one that would have probably netted me something. But hey, I mean, you know, we gotta see the new stuff. Following a rumor, you visit the house of the schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. The girl's parents sit crying in the living room, fearfully point you upstairs. How did I get here so quick? Investigate downtown twice to complete this quest. You know, it probably wouldn't hurt to do that. Go to downtown. Or to go to the school and nab some allies. I'm nothing if not brave and bold. I do have like 1 fund, but I forget how much knives cost. I think they're more than just 1. I could check, but I'll investigate. Well, we got time. We're starting off with an immediate negative. That's sent again. Yeah, I noticed that sometimes Twitch messages, they can wonk out. You won't get the new character. To be honest, it requires all achievements. That's good to know. I mean, yeah, it's like, I feel like some part of me should do some things off stream and like try to unlock some new stuff, but I don't know, that just feels kind of cheesy. The easier one requires having wooden bat and baseball bat and inventory simultaneously. That's very specific, but not impossible. I could technically do that. Maybe. Unless I'm not thinking right, you know. Because if I get that one school mission, I can just get the bat right off the bat. No pun intended. The only metro line in your town connects. If I take the ride, I'm pretty sure I lose reason, so I'm gonna walk. Let's investigate again. I need stuff. Preferably nothing that, you know, is a gruesome altar, you know, which is new. I don't remember bumping into this. It's apparently base game. The wooden bat is from the scissors quest, and the baseball bat is dropped from the apartment. I don't think I've ever gotten a baseball bat at the apartment. So I think the only way that I've gotten the baseball bat is I think I bought it once at the shop. The wooden bat, yeah, like that was the one that I was thinking of. Maybe I could be wrong. It's been a while. Seeing the two chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. The guy with the mask drops it. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Seeing the two chopped off heads, you can't help. I mean, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I should call the police. If there's two chopped off heads, you know, you should probably call the police. Charisma check. Why do I have to make a charisma check? Isn't that what the police are supposed to, you know, hey, I've got two murdered people here. At the nearest Koban, you tell the officer about the gruesome discovery. The old policeman is grateful and gives you a small reward before disappearing inside to make a call. And I got money. Climbing a tree, you get a better view of the class. Weird schematics of some portal drawn on the blackboard could help in the future. I bet it won't. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. No, I was really hoping for something. A random discount item. I really need a weapon. I mean, if there's one thing I've learned, what the heck is happening to the dog? Why does that dog look like that? I feel like I need a weapon. I'm already at 7 doom. I'm not digging it. But okay, well, we got ourselves a weapon. But man, like, yeah, like that. I know Doom becomes a huge problem in the future, and I'm definitely worried about it. But I know that the weapon is what I need until I fight a ghost, and then I'm just screwed. Yeah, I guess now we're good to go. We got everything that we got. We got the steak knife. We've done the quest. Yeah. Yeah. Let us investigate. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up, shouts the deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there. Didn't I call the police before with this? Get closer to the door and ask what's the matter. You know, I'm nothing if not brave. Dexterity check success. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. Why would that be? Why is that luck? Luckily, you can friggin' stand still. You know, I mean, it's a letterbox. What's he gonna do? He's got like a couple fingers that like, eh. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats. Like, I guess you don't make a sound. I guess, yeah. Like, it just seems kind of... It's just such a funny thing of like, oh my god, he's opened my letterbox. And I'm, like, I stand still because he's like a T-Rex. And then it's just my body up against the wall. Like, after a couple of minutes, the man retreats, probably unsure if you're home after all that. I mean, yeah, I guess that's what they're going for. Like, you just kind of make it look like you're not home, even though you literally talked back to him. Like, very strange. I'm not gonna hover over that. She sits in her bedroom in a blood-stained uniform, a dead rat lying in her hands. Asked why she killed it, she just grins. Hey lady, you, why you do that? Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip, but grab the railing at the last second. When you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in terror. It is slowly standing up. It's a man. Uh-oh. Man, why has he gotta be a ghost? Why is the first thing I bump into gotta be a ghost? Well, I'm glad I have this knife that does nothing. Well, I guess I'm gonna run. Because, I mean, I don't have to fight him. And this is just a waste of my time. Is there a way to exercise them or something? I think there is. Like, you know, I can do like spiritual stuff. I just feel like, you know, it probably just ain't gonna work well, you know? A part of a ritual, most combat rituals are a combination of 5 bows and claps. Even if you don't get it right, you'll be provided with a hint. So theoretically, yes, I'm assuming I could exercise. But that's a big if I get it right. A combination of 5 bows and claps. I could be here for who knows how long. I feel like it's just, I mean, there's that. I can deal 3 damage. That's 6 damage right off the bat if I hit. Hello, Great Grand Soap. Welcome to the stream. The world of horror. I mean, 6 points of damage if I hit both times. I guess that's not terrible. It's only 25 possible combinations. Tee-hee, smiley face. Like, I mean, yeah, that just seems like the biggest waste of my time. Like, I'm over here clapping and bowing, just, please exorcise the demon. I feel like it would be easier to either run or just sever their ties to our world. I'll give it a shot. Okay, I hit it both times, and he did 2 points of damage to me. Okay, I'm a little hurt. Okay. I feel like I should have still ran, but I probably do need the experience. I guess it's whether you want to take reason or doom damage. That's true. Which right now I think doom... And I don't know, I'm playing on a very high difficulty, I feel like. Playing on hard, I believe. Which I forget what they call that. But yeah. I feel like doom is gonna get me, because it's already kind of building. We can recover. I mean, 7 out of 13. I didn't have a lot of reason to begin with. Having your character on the bottom right is a weird HUD. True. I have, like, this is a very cluttered game. When I first played this, it was a lot to get used to, but I guess you kind of get used to it, I guess. Because, yeah, like all the panels. Another lead. The former teacher of the class may prove more useful. Knocking on their door, however, gets you no answer. Just subtle chittering behind the door. A kick in the door. I could rest. I could go home and rest. But Goizo, the great Goizo, will do some dooming if I do that. Feel like it's easier to just kind of plow through, maybe? Who knows? Turns out I've learned nothing from my time playing this game. Professor Takauchi. I have no idea. It would definitely use a better HUD. I do like being able to see the character though, since they change with the curses and accessories. True, that is one of the positives. Like right now, I'm already looking a little worse for wear. Eventually, I'll be able to put on a mask, or I'll get some huge giant scar, some like grody scar. You know, or I'll just turn into a bag of bones. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takauchi's door. I could be butchering that name, by the way. You know, it's very likely. This is odd, since he's usually punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and enter. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt about what happened. But how and why? Scavenge the room for useful items. I love this art style, though. It's like you're playing a manga. Yeah, there is a border too. It's like you're playing on like on a really old CRTV kind of situation. They have like a constant frame, but I kind of zoomed it in for the stream. I mean, yeah, like highly recommend. The game is on sale, but yeah, I think the sale is ending here soon. A horror roguelike, turn-based and all that. I mean, yeah, what's not to like about it? I mean, I could search for items, but I don't really need money. I feel like I need clues. I need things. So, I'm doing a lot. I feel like, I don't know if they've tweaked the stats for these things, but I've been succeeding on a lot of these, and I don't remember ever doing that in the original. So maybe they made it a little easier. My issues are really only the achievements and the cluttered HUD. Otherwise, it's really good. Yeah, I haven't even looked at like all the possible achievements, but I mean, yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm great at the game, so the achievements would probably be something that I would have an issue with because, I mean, yeah. Some of them can get pretty crazy. I just wanted to swing by and say hi before I passed out candy to the kids. It's all good, it's all good. I'll be here as per usual. If ever, because I know that usually wraps up pretty quick. You know, trick-or-treating and all that. But yeah, enjoy the Halloween spirit. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Well, let's see. You notice a book lying on the floor. You pick it up to find that 4 pages have been torn out. You memorize the title of the book. Why would someone take them? What did they contain? If I don't get much trick-or-treaters, I'll be stopping in again. It's horribly cold this Halloween. Yeah, over where I'm at, they're saying that there's a potential for snow. So, turns out you're gonna see a lot of spooky characters in winter coats, which is always great for the Halloween spirit. I remember having many a Halloween like that as a kid, where it's like, it's freezing cold. You have to put on this big puffy doofy jacket over a costume. I hold you're all ready for Christmas music. Oh yeah, the moment Halloween's done, I'm ready to hear them jingle bells, you know. Because it's probably starting on some radio stations tomorrow. I swear I've heard commercials for it already, so. You can't curse us like that. That's the most spookiest thing you've said on this stream. Not the Christmas music. A little boy from the school has been attacked by his classmates. That just seems like a very, like, random phrase. Like, he could have just been bullied, you know? It doesn't have to pertain to this, you know, mystery. They're like, no, it totally does. I'm surprised there's no Mariah Carey indie horror game. Oh, there has to be. There has to be some. I mean, heck, there's so many freaking SpongeBob ones. Freaking like Squidward creepypastas, and it's gotta be some Mariah Carey. They say every year she sings about Christmas. Way too early. No. I guess we're going to the hospital. Or no, this is the school. Or no, yeah. Investigate the hospital. I guess they're saying that the kid got beat up, like, really bad. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. The elevator doors open. Well, I only have one option, so it makes this really easy. I'm gonna put a radio playing through Mariah Carey outside his window and slowly raise the volume over time. Pretty sure you'd get like you would get complaints probably from other people before you would get complaints from me. Turns out I wasn't very lucky, and I immediately got elevator doors open. That hurt my reason pretty heavily. Oof. I needed the luck. I didn't have it. Elevator doors open, revealing a black mass of eyes and tentacles pouring into the elevator, biting and suffocating you. Later, you wake up in a doctor's office. A nurse discovered you lying unconscious on the elevator floor. Is he admitting a lover of All I Want for Christmas Is You? No, I just have really good sound cancellation on this microphone. Exactly for that reason. So it's like I feel like it would be louder for everyone else than it would be for me. Sometimes this still picks up like the incredibly loud car, so it'd be very interesting to compare it when it's on and off. You find him in the hospital bed. I'm dying, by the way. I'm going insane. And I don't think there's any way that I can really heal that aside from rest. It's raining and cold outside. This Halloween sucks. You need an umbrella and a winter coat. That is always, you know, that is always god-awful. It's for your personal torture. You'll be hearing it subliminally in your sleep. I'll be hearing it no matter what anyway. I mean, once that clock strikes midnight, she awakens from her crypt. All I want for Christmas is you. You find him in the hospital covered in bites. Just what is with this whole summoning that he speaks of between his sobs? I feel like I need to rest before I continue this, because my reason is dropping rapidly. I don't think there's any other way I can really improve it. I could level up, but I don't have enough. Please. I don't think the pharmacy can, maybe the pharmacy can, but I only have one fund. Maybe there's like pills. Pills here. I don't know what would be best, so I guess I'm gonna plow through it. I'm gonna keep on trucking, as it were. I'm sorry, have you seen the doctor? He suddenly disappeared, and I'm not sure whether the surgery is over. No, the surgery looked like it went well. Forgotten patient. Are you a ghost too? Okay, no, you're not a ghost. It's all over for you, buddy. You entered the wrong hospital. Man, how many damage, like... My god. Raising, I could do a lot of damage if these all hit. Slowly, her eyes open. An unsettling smile spreads across her face. She claws at her coffin and seals her away every year. And I poke through. Mariah Carey says, "Are you ready, kids?" That's how it feels like. Who summoned Mariah Carey? I could try to do some defensive stuff, but I feel like it's not gonna help. I feel like I just need to get her out of the way quick. I just need to stab her a lot. I missed quite a few. We need to just... You better stay on that operating table. Please. I need a level up. Please. No more combat. Nothing that drains my reason. With the trail growing cold, it might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library might be a good idea. No. It's a waste of time. I feel like the other option would have drained my reason. Because I would have either looked something up and I would have found something else and it would have been like, you found the freaking eldritch god of bullying children. Or, you know, it would have done the whole psycho thing of like, oh yeah, you waste your time and you feel depressed because you waste your time. Or Doom. I would have wasted time and Doom would have went up. So yeah, I think I did the best option I could. The mere thought of studying all those old, dusty newspapers make your head hurt. There's no way you're going to waste an entire day in that moldering library. What a dumb reason. My head hurts even thinking about dealing with it. The more that I continue, the more that I feel like I need rest. Faint chanting doesn't stop and no one enters or leaves the building. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be fighting some dudes. But they could be like physical. They could just stab me a bunch. I love on how getting a headache is on par with getting stabbed. I mean, yeah, like, there's some things that I get with the game, but there are some rulings that they have that just feel so like, screw you, you know, -1. You just want to break sometimes, you know? Or the ones where there's just no good option, like, oh, do you want to choose to lower your reason or your stamina? And you're just over here trying to, like, play it right, and turns out there is no right. Let's see. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, that 3, like, it's so low, and there's not really a lot that I can do to fix that. I just have to keep going. God dang it, lady. A tall woman with an unsettling face and a twitching lip stops you. I'll be your new biology teacher. Could you help me move some stuff to my new office? Okay, so if I help her... I don't know. Both of these situations feel like the thing that I just talked about, right? If I help her, I bet, like, oh, I find something, my brain hurts, and it explodes or whatever, because I have 3 reason. If I decline, she'll, like, fight me or something. Both suck. I want to decline. The game probably knows I want to decline. But I can't afford to take a huge negative. I need a win, man. I guess I'll help her. Thank God. Like, I can only imagine what would have happened. The creepy substitute teacher hands you some old books to carry. Among the mundane titles, you find one called Extinction of Mankind. That's chill, you know, whatever. You shudder, feeling the teacher's gaze on your back. +5 XP. That feels insulting. That just feels like the biggest insult. Yeah, you find the book Annihilation of Everything. You get a little shiver and walk out the door. You hear a scream coming from the school. It's time to enter. I don't wanna. Can't make me. I'm gonna die here. You sneak in through a window and skulk across the shadowy corridors. All the classrooms have emptied out. Peering into one, you spot the corpse of a teacher nailed to the chalkboard. Shaking, you approach it. Why? Why am I approaching it? Why would I do such a thing? Why am I a fool? You spot an odd bulge protruding from his stomach. It writhes against your fingers as you probe it. Why? Why would I do that? Why are you like this? Suddenly, the teacher's chest rips apart, showering the classroom with gore. From within, a child coated in meat and intestines leap out, screeching with joy. Oh, you're like a perfectly normal student-ish, you know? I was expecting like demonic baby, not just full-grown, you know, teenager. I can stab her a lot, mind you. I want the record to show I can stab a lot of times. But I can't stab her enough to avoid all combat, you know? Time to poke my teacher nailed to the wall and break it. Mind you, it was a male teacher, like, which makes it even worse. It's like, yeah, because you could always, like, write it off of, like, oh, well, this is just a horrific crime that happened, you know. But the fact that it's, like, a male teacher and you're like, I'm gonna go poke him. Clearly whatever's inside him is pokeable. It's just, this is a huge, like, why am I doing this? I could try to, let's see, hang on. How many heavies can I get? That doesn't really do anything different. At least it's stamina damage. That's true. I don't know why I thought it was all. I'm just gonna stab her a lot. Yeah, you never saw it coming. Like the pure psycho I am. Steak knife in hand. Whoa, what was that? Like glitched out. Now, that's cool. I don't remember it doing that. Woo. As you near the gym hall, the chanting and rhythmic drums grow louder, threatening to intoxicate you. You crack the door open and stifle a scream. The entire school is gathered around a huge portal surrounded by black candles. From within, the bellowing of the beast being summoned echoes. The teacher stands at the front, covered in a purple robe, her true form revealed. Can I not? Can I just join them? Be like, hey, yo. That is weird digitizing. It's kind of cool, though. I feel like they needed to do more of this in the base game. So hopefully it's something that keeps up. Okay, it's to Doom, so that sucks, but... Dude, it's gonna do something, though. It's gonna do, like... the cosmic stone cold stunner on me or something like that, where my brain just implodes. I can't stab this. I can't. Knowledge is power. I can't stab. What am I stabbing? I mean, obviously, yes, there is the natural imagery that everyone would go to. I guess I'm stabbing. Oh, it's a ghost. Never mind. I ain't stabbing it. You know, I guess that made sense, you know. I'm gonna prepare to attack. Do I pray? do I? Oh my god, this is gonna suck. All I can do is pray. This is gonna suck. I can, or no, I was about to say, like, I can run. Meditate. Brace for impact. Dude, this is gonna suck. Can it just, like, I don't know, go away? Can it just not, you know? Brace for impact. I guess we're clapping our little hands. We're clapping and bowing like a bunch of dinguses. Okay. I think... What if it's just claps? It says 5... okay. Most combat rituals are a combination of 5 bows and claps. 3 bows, 2 claps, easy. I mean, it's as good of a thing as any. 3 bows, 2 claps. Sure, why not? How come I can do more? It seems kind of awkward. Is it just because I'm faster? What if it is like... That's already like freaking me out, the fact that I can enter 6. And it's like, well, it's any combination of 5, but we didn't technically say. 3 bows, 2 claps. I mean, yeah, I got nothing to lose. Why not? Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, you're fast. Maybe you can sneak a dodger in something. I don't think I can dodge doom damage, can I? I feel like this is just basically like a battle of my bowing, you know? Just like, maybe. Like, who knows? I'll give it a shot. I mean, I got nothing to lose. Got 2 right and the 3 bows and 2 claps. You think you got 2 ritual moves right? That is like the worst hint, you know? Like that is like one of the most like psychopathic things that this game could do to you. Yeah, you got 2 right out of the 5, and you're just like, which one? Which? Please. It could literally be, I got bow clap out of bow, 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 clap, clap. I got bow clap right. So it could be... It's any combination. So technically it could be 2 claps and 3 bows. Well, no, because then it would be 5 right. Or, well, I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing to think about. Because it would technically not be right, but it would be more than 2, you would think. Man, this friggin' sucks. Why can't I just stab you? This feels like freaking like Fallout level like hack thing where it's like you got 2 letters right and you're just like, ah. Okay, so I mean, I don't know jack diddly, basically. I know 2 of them are right, but that could literally be anything. Time to do all bows, all claps. That's the thing that I was thinking though, is that like, but it says and, you know, it's a combination of 5 bows and claps. Clap, bow, clap, bow, clap. This sounds so freaking stupid. I'm gonna die here. This is where this ends. I want you all to know. You think you got 3 ritual moves right. That's even more annoying. So out of clap bow, Out of clap, bow, clap, bow, clap, bow. Or I got 3 of them right. So it could be bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. This freaking, this is sucks. Bow, clap. I feel like I'm gonna forget it once I erase it. Bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. Bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. Sure. No, nothing changed. God, this sucks. This has to be like one of the most... It's definitely tense, because it's just like, the longer this fight goes... But I feel like at some point, it's just like, I might as well not even finish the fight. Because, like, if it's at 50, this is my first investigation. Man. Let's see. So we did a lot of, like, alternating, and that got us to here. Clap, bow, clap, bow, clap. You know, that got us to 3. Bow, clap, clap, bow, clap got us to 3. So, bow, bow. Bow, bow, clap. Bow, clap. Sure. Bow, bow, clap, bow, clap. Nope, we went back. Clap, clap, bow, clap, bow. Sure, I'll go for it. At this rate, you know, I'll take anything. Give me something. We're still at 3, so we kind of just went back. So clap, clap, bow gives us 3. Doing clap, bow, clap gives us 3. I'm like forgetting which ones I've done, which is like the other thing that I'm having an issue with. Like, what if it's like clap, clap, bow, bow, clap? Did we do that? Did we clap, clap, bow, bow, clap? Sounds like I'm having a stroke. Yeah, I'd have to write it on paper. I mean, yeah, it's like, that's the thing. Like, it's a cool mechanic, but it's probably one of the most, like, unless there's literally just like a permanent answer, like, oh, if you're fighting this guy, it's this. Because then it's like, oh, well, it never changes, so you can kind of like learn. But if it's literally just, oh, it's random every time, you could be here forever. I mean, like, yeah. I guess clap, clap, bow, bow, clap. Yeah, no, we're still at 3. What the heck? I feel like it's close to the alternating. I can't even remember. Bow, 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 clap, bow. At this rate, I think we're kind of done anyway, you know? I feel like the game is over. Pray. This is rough. Like, bow, clap, bow, clap, bow. I feel like I've already done that. Yeah. It's all game over here. This is rough. I mean, like, the fact that this is the end boss and it relies solely on this combination. That's rough. I'm sure if I paid more attention, I think I literally just did that. Clap, bow, clap, got us 3. Clap, bow, clap, bow. Clap, bow, clap. Oh my god. It's definitely like... It might be that, honestly. Bow, clap, bow, clap, bow. That's just reversing what we did. I feel like... Didn't I already do that? At this rate, I got nothing to lose, so... Yeah, no. So, clap, bow, clap gets us closer. But we've already done, I think, bow, bow, clap, clap. Bow, bow, clap, bow, bow. I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, clap, 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 bow, clap, maybe? I mean, yeah, like, I'll do this one first, and then we'll do yours. Yeah, no. I feel like I'm getting worse at it. Clap, clap, clap. Bow, clap. We got closer. So clap, 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 bow, clap. Clap, 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 bow, clap. That got us to 4. Maybe bow, clap, clap. Well, didn't we do that? Like, that's the thing that's getting me. Like, bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. Maybe. Bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. Like, it sounds so familiar, but then again, I'm just saying 2 words repeatedly. Nope. So, clap, clap, bow, clap is still closer. Or, clap, clap, bow, clap. But it's 3. But this is still closer. Clap, bow, or bleh. Clap, 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 bow, bow. Ah! Just kill me. Get me out of here. Clap, 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 bow, clap. We did bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. Yeah, this is hell. I mean, yeah, like, at this point, it would just be better if you made me lose reason. Even if I succeeded. If this guy did absolutely nothing to me, like, if he didn't even raise my doom, I have 4 stacks of badly bleeding. Like, at this point, I'm dead the moment I walk out the door. I mean, kudos for them for making a new mystery, but this has to be like one of the most agonizing finishes. Let's see. Clap, 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 bow, clap. Man, I can't wait to upload this VOD and just people being like, what the heck's going on? Like, clap, clap, da, 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 da. Clap, clap, bow, bow, clap. Maybe? Who knows? Clap, Whoops, wrong one. Clap, clap. God dang it. Clap, clap. Bow, 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 clap. I feel like I did, yeah, like, I'm not getting closer. It's only one off. Clap, 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 bow, clap. And I clap, bow, clap, bow, clap. We already did. Bow, clap, clap, bow, clap. We already did. Is it literally just clapping? Is that the thing that's getting me? You gotta be kidding me. If it's all clapping, I'm gonna cry. Portal grows bigger. Wait, that sounds different. This ritual will only work on ghost enemies. I'm sorry. What? 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 So wait, I'm right. I was right. It was all clapping, I think. Am I not? Am I having like a stroke? Am I? What? But I can't do anything. What? You gotta be kidding me. Attack the teacher? Maybe if you defeat them, the horror will end. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, like, okay, so I either have to attack the teacher? I had to attack the teacher. That's like, we couldn't done other stuff except the ritual. We could have done other. The thing that threw me off was the fact that it didn't allow me to attack. It was a dumb extra option. End this. Just get me out of here. Friggin' just... I'll get one of the endings. I can at least say that I did it with her dying scream. At least now I know that you can do all claps. With her dying scream, the teacher throws herself into the portal. I don't even want to read this. Can you like add like another 2 to that 2%? Can you add a 3 in front of it? That's such a crazy thing for the game to do, to be like, yeah, you can totally do this ritual. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, yeah, that doesn't work. It's like, why'd you let me do it then? So this is cursed. I'm pretty sure there's no succeeding this. There's absolutely no succeeding this. It was all clap. It was all claps. Technically, it was all claps. It was just me clapping at it, and it's like, oh, thanks. That was cursed. Honestly, I think the difficulty wasn't helping me anyway. Which I was doing True Believer. Yeah, I was doing on hard. But like, I don't think you have to do hard in order to unlock anything. I could be wrong about that. So I might do the customized story again, but maybe just tone it down a bit. Test yourself with a selection of challenges. This is specifically Halloween. Why not do the occult capital of Japan? Yeah, like, I haven't once gotten this, so... Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna tone it down a bit. I deserve... Maybe you did exercise it correctly, and then you were allowed to kill the teacher? Okay. I mean, it would not surprise me if I just looked over it. Because, again, I saw, basically, you can't attack it. And I figured if they were like, oh, you're attacking the teacher, it would just be like, you're attacking the teacher. I didn't think it'd be an extra option. I was just like, oh, if I'm attacking something, it's gonna let me attack it. But nope. I could be wrong. I'll be able to check the VOD. This hasn't changed at all.
No.
We're still gonna play Ico. I love the knife strategy. I feel like it plays off well. But now that I know that I can stab the teacher, I'm not going to waste my time. And then yeah, I guess like I guess I'm just gonna do cultist. Just gonna do normal. I would like to think things will unlock naturally, just playing on normal. Maybe, who knows? A Cult of Capital of Japan. I'll do that, because why not? And then we'll do the time to get some bats. True. If I can obtain something new. Going for Goizo again, now that last cursed run, like, ugh. Now that I know about it, and we're also on an easier difficulty, none of this has changed. What do I got? They gave me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I guess that's fair. Okay, so I'll try again. Plus, there was another ending, which is probably to... I don't know, what would be the other ending? To lose? I mean, to lose is just die. You know, I feel like that's not really... First of all, yeah, get some bats. So I definitely want to get the school. If I can get anything. It's kind of giving me the same exact ones, just in a different order. Okay. The other ending is just not completing the side quest. Oh yeah, that's true. I did complete the side quest. I guess we could do that. Okay, but we don't get the other one. What are the odds that I get both? Not very, because I don't think we're gonna... Reckoning... Yeah, apparently we're just getting the one, which I guess is fine, because I still have multiple endings to do here. Even though I will most undoubtedly forget how to get the other ending. Lab results partial. A New Dawn. Pervert. It's a weird thing to just read. You got the ending. Pervert. Mystery Buried Deep. And Saved Friend and Slit Mouth. But yeah. Let's get a bat. Even though it doesn't really help me in any way. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. Another boy from your school has disappeared. Rumor has it, it's a terrible woman has returned from the grave. A woman with the widest smile and the sharpest scissors. You knew your friend was up to something when he left. He was notebook full of cryptic notes. I can send her back where she belongs, he claimed. After his two disappeared, you decided to study the notebooks for clues. It details a ritual that claims to stop the wicked woman once and for all. What's the worst thing that could happen? I could die. Feels like a... That feels like a fair thing to... I could die. It's a guy doing a little bend against a wall and a square. I also have to remember to not accidentally push the button, because I have done that before. Which, you know, always sucks. Yeah, I knew it was one of them. It's been a while. You found a new item. You don't say. Well, in the meantime, I'm equipping it, so. Till I get the other bat. This bat is my best friend. Explore the school. Wait, why is it suddenly too dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Run from the window. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't want to suck in some smog. You feel like something horrible is happening within the school. Was it the black smog? Did that throw you off, you know? You must hurry and find those items. Access the storage. Yeah, I don't think I can interact with anything either. I've never found that key. Doing this, like, there's that one locker that has the, you know, it needs the key. Never once found it. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Cool, I'm cursed. Casting spells raise doom. Well, that'll never affect me ever. So, joke's on you, fool. Peek outside. Just a chill dude. Just funny on how you can just kind of do this, and, like, the game doesn't really stop you. You found an additional page. Yeah. Guess I'll, let's see. Found an additional page, so I might as well read it. In the candles in one of the classrooms, I'll try to perform the ritual. Yeah. Keep exploring. Also, wouldn't I have to open the door to get out to explore the classroom? Wouldn't I have bumped into that giant face? You enter the damp-smelling sport wing. You notice a backpack drifting on a swimming board in the middle of the pool. Could it be what you're looking for? Enter the water. You enter the pool and start swimming towards the backpack. Suddenly, the water turns murky and you realize you're not alone in the pool. Prepare for combat. A bloated figure emerges from the murky water, blocking your only way out of the pool. Why is there only one exit out of the pool? That seems very unsafe. Okay, I'm not very strong. Actually, no, I'm actually pretty... I'm fairly strong. But I'm more dexterous. I can only do one big attack. It's only 8 damage. I would benefit from doing both, the strong attack and the attack. 2 stamina. I could block the attack. Or dodge, I guess, you know. Sure. Well, he only does 2, and I think it just does half, doesn't it? Or no, dodging is better than blocking. I remember that. Where is it? Defensive? Yeah, we'll dodge and do 1 big attack. Why not? Hooah! Yeah. Works out. We'll do it again. I gotta be more tactful, you know? Maybe it's best that I went down a difficulty, you know? Though I am missing. And yeah, I still got hit, so... Now we just go in. Yeah, we just go in for the kill. Just whack him. Okay. I went over the, There's... I think there's only the one, yeah. It's the square. Yeah, it's that one. Bloated. Something is moving inside your stomach. I feel sick. God dang it. The other ending is just not completing the side quest. But yeah. I forget the other endings that I've gotten for this, because I've got two, and I think one was literally like losing, and then one was doing the ritual right. But yeah, I could try to obtain a different ending if I could remember what I've done. Do I even have the candles? And I'm bloated and everything. Jeez. All downhill from here. You find the blessed chalk. Hopefully it'll be enough. I mean, yeah. I need the candles. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. I'm getting a lot more combat, though. Time Warper. You entered the wrong school, Time Warper. Yeah, this might just be best to hit him fast. He only does the 1 damage. I don't think I can... Oh, man. I feel like I'd be dead already if I was doing the higher difficulty. The sound of scissors is getting louder. Did I even... Okay, yeah, I haven't found the candles. What the heck? Give me those candles. Pool is empty. It's dark, but you could swear something suddenly moved under the surface. About the lockers. I stole their wallets. You found the holy candles in your friend's backpack. You lit them as instructed by the notebook. Everything is ready for the ritual. Perform the ritual. Wait, what's that? It's some big lady. She's just slapping the window. You take a... Oh, so now you have to do this. I don't remember this being a thing at all. You take a step back as a writhing, amorphous mass slowly takes shape. A pillar of heads is slowly reaching the high ceiling. Each face has the same expression of pure hatred. Each mouth screaming the same question. Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful? Now it's your only chance to send this monstrosity away. Input the correct combination of bows and claps to perform the banishing ritual. Clap, bow, bow, clap, clap. I mean, that is the right sequence, right? I don't have to change it. Right. I haven't been paying attention if you haven't noticed. Look in the diary, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So I'm hoping that that's just the right combination. Hidden in the candle. We can... Yeah, no. Unless there's another page. Or another... I'm seeing clap bow. I'm seeing that. That's about it. The other page is irrelevant. I hope they're okay. I swear to God, if I'd have to enter more claps and bows. What if it's all claps again, though? I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I want to just launch the sequence. Pulling out the pen and paper. True, bow clap. Because there is a bow clap. Okay, so I can change the sequence, but I didn't find anything that told me to change anything. And this is what it just gave me. I did everything right. I lit the candles. I have the ritual. But is there a save button? Can I save mid conversation? I don't think I can. I guess I'm going for it. I mean, I gotta just do it, right? Like, I don't even know. That bow. I can't flip a page. Hidden in the candles. I mean, yeah. Either that or it's really freaking sneaky. Like, you take a step back, praying the banishment was effective. The first move was wrong. Oh my god. This alone freaking will kill you. You just see all that damage I just took? How was I supposed to know what was right and what was wrong? That's insane. Maybe I should be playing on like baby mode at this point. Like 1.0 feels like it changed the game so much for me that it's just like I feel like I need to be treated. I need to be handheld again, you know? Like that did 2 damage for every one that I got wrong, and I only got 1 right. The eldritch horror is slowly moving towards you, seemingly unaffected by the ritual. When you were sure that they would finally be at the end, you wake up in an ambulance, freaking dead. The paramedic calmly explains that they found you collapsed in one of the classrooms. He shrugs when you ask him about the scissors, woman, and your friend. Probably just a heat stroke-induced hallucination, he says, injecting your arm with a needle. You got nuked for that. I mean, yeah, like, I got absolutely destroyed, which I did not remember that happening. Like, so they changed how that one works. So far, every mystery I've done involves me clapping and bowing, and it's becoming my arch nemesis. The last thing you see before losing consciousness for the second time is the face of the paramedic. 2 old scars visible on both his cheeks. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. Rewards for solving it: I get some XP, some minus doom, and some stuff. It's the portal one you weren't supposed to do, bow clap. True, that's true, yeah. That one just gave me the old psych. Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering around the downtown area. The police are hopeless. The police are hopeless. Does that mean that I can't go shopping? Because I would have really liked to go shopping. I would have really appreciated that. I'm dying. Like, oof. Like, I'm not doing great. I don't even know if I want to save this, because, like, I feel like I'm gonna be dead by the time this is done. But I think I got a different ending, so I guess that's cool. Let's do the rancid ramen. That one was chill. I need something that's chill. Rotten report of a rancid ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. My god. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves with dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You are determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? The flesh of the gods themselves? Or fish? Look at that little guy. Look at it. Like, this is the weird part though, because it looks like something's like stuck in its forehead or something. Watching the local news, you spot a familiar street. It's a feature about the newest ramen shop. The food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach churn. Thought it was supposed to be good, not bad. Now I think, or no, maybe not. Discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. Maybe I didn't do that. I don't even have 2 item cards. Can I can go downtown. Sure, why not? Let's go shopping. Investigate the village or forest location has a small chance of lowering doom. I don't remember ever seeing that. Do you have literally anything else of value? Please restock. I could immediately get it though. Oh no, I'd have to re-enter the shop. But good old steak knives there. What has the better damage? I think I can get 1 hit of 6 and 1 4, I think. They're probably about the same. I'll buy it anyway. Just out of, you know, just out of the desire. Maybe I'll equip it. Just to double check. Compare. And then I need the bat. I think you can sneak more attacks in with the steak knife. That's what I was thinking too. Like, character seems more dexterous, and the bat is very slow. Like clearly, I think it'd benefit me more. Well, I don't have 2 items except for the 2 weapons that I have, so I could either buy more. But I think I already did the quest, and that's what gave me the other ending. Could be wrong. We need that baseball bat. True. My brain got hurt. You find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside a cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? Wow, they gave me money though. How nice of them. I don't think there's any other way, because isn't it like the masked guy? I think it's just a random encounter. I don't think there's really much else I can really do to like make that happen. Aside from literally just exploring. It would be nice though to finally get the bat, but I have a sneaking suspicion I won't be so lucky. Especially due to the fact that I'm dying. You can see the restaurant through the staircase window. You watch the door for hours, but never see any of the cooks enter nor leave. Ah, that's just because they really love their job. It's raining blood. Cool, but a little concerning. A woman jumps out of her apartment covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. It's just, you know, like, sometimes rust can get into your water. It's that. Both of these seem like an okay thing to do. Calming her down, you would think, would be better, but let's check the bathroom. You don't find anything. The smell of blood makes you weak. So I found blood. Which immediately hurts my brain, because apparently I have a very feeble brain. The only true way to investigate is to get into the restaurant yourself. I gotta get that ramen. Unfinished painting. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. The scene is disturbing. You struggle to look at it, but apparently not enough to the point where I'd gain experience. Unintimidated by the painting, it gives you new insight into the madness that possessed your friend. He loved painting ghastly women. That's what did him in. It seems that you were not the only one wanting to try it for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears as you're shunned. Okay, so here's the thing. I could go back into the shop and maybe get lucky and find another bat. But, because I swear you can buy the bat. I guess it wouldn't hurt. I mean, honestly, like, even if I found something else to sell or buy. Because I swore there was another way to get the bat, but I could be wrong. Yeah, see, like this. Now we can carry more items, even though I feel like that's never really a problem. I kind of want the flashlight more, though. Let's get the flashlight. It feels like the flashlight, I get screwed over by not having a flashlight more than running out of space, you know? And yeah, we still have $4 left over, or whatever the heck. 410 billion. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. Steal his gun. Well, clearly I am the hero of this. Check his wounds for clues. Escape before more people arrive. Honestly, these are all kind of terrible. Like, you know, you would think like, oh, like call for help, easy gun. I mean, it is tempting. I've never had a gun in this game ever. So it's pretty tempting. You know what? Sure. It won't, he won't be needing it for sure, but you still feel bad for stealing from a corpse. -3 reason, jeez. But now I got a gun. Never had a gun in this game before. I feel like it's probably gonna suck. Like, sure, I'll equip it. Why not? Dog, do you have like something that makes my sanity go good? Now I'm just a crazy lady with a wonky eyeball and a gun. Also, I'm bloated. I think I'm still bloated. Yeah. We have no idea what this is. I'm sure it totally won't bite me in the end. You know, I should probably go to a hospital. A small price to pay for the gat. True. Maybe I should go to the hospital. Cause that just feels like it's gonna, like, you know, it's gonna alien me. Like, I'm gonna be like halfway done with this game, and then it's like, oh, you feel something rumbling in your gut, and I just I just immediately die. Yo, heal my weirdness. Can I help you? You can help me by getting rid of this. Also, because why not? Reason could really do for that. Scalpel. Bandage. You can heal 1 minor energy while keeping this in your inventory. These all kind of aren't great. That one's the worst. I guess I'm just gonna... Well, I'm already here. I'll get him. Whatever. Why not? The smell all around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and is that blood you can smell? This person looks okay. The random events that I'm getting are different. I don't remember bumping into this as my stamina immediately goes down. Jeez. Desperate solution. A woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. If I can't see it, she cries, it can't see me, right? Yeah, that's how it works. You shudder seeing a faint vision of Goizo reflected in the beauty parlor's mirrors. That feels like that should have been reason, not stamina. I'm being cheated. I'm being defeated by false logic. The smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and blood. I thought I already investigated this. Suddenly, an empty bottle smashes on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. Oh my god! It's the Bat Lady! I'm just gonna freaking shoot you. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot you a lot. 9 damage. If I hit both shots, the devastation that this will cause. You better hold still, lady. And I could still technically attack with, like, the butt of the weapon, I guess. The devastation. Or she'll just kill me. One of the two. Dodging feels useless, you know? I feel like just fast attacking. Like, I'm dying. I need to just get her down before she gets me down. Boom! Boom! Oh my gosh, you freaking whacked me with a bat! I think it slowed me down, too. Oh my god, I missed twice. Please! That's it, man. Holy crap, what the heck? I like ran out of bullets. Is that actually it? You pull the trigger but nothing happens? Is it because I have to actually reload? Or are they just trying to say that I missed? At this point, I'm just gonna swing. I guess? Prescription. Ironically, she had a bat, but I didn't get a bat, so it didn't really matter anyway. If you shot 4 bullets, I think you were done. Yeah, it was just kind of weird, because I don't think I ever saw them saying, like, oh, like, you can lose, like, you have ammo? I just kind of assumed that they're like, oh. It's kind of like an infinite ammo situation, but who knows? Maybe they did say that, and I just didn't pay attention. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped, and you've been locked in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. She was an unlockable character if you use that prescription with 4 funds you can get her. It's weird. Oh. Well, now we know. But yeah. It's definitely funny because, yeah, it's like the baseball bat, and it's like, wow, I could have gotten the baseball bat, but ironically, I would have just gotten something else. But I didn't have the funds on me anyway. Honestly, that was kind of a rough start for me. Like, I haven't been getting a lot of... The first time was on me. I probably could have actually seen it. I don't know if it would have changed much for that run. But like, the second one, the fact that I have to do the stupid ritual, which sucks because, I mean, yeah, like, getting that bat would be nice and just kind of having it on me. But like, if I gotta go through that every time, like, ugh.
Yeah.
That is a gross feeling that I gotta deal with that. Okay, it's already on cultist. I think everything's pretty normal. Yeah. We're gonna go. We're gonna give it another go. Boyzo. Third time's a charm. We got this. I've been getting slightly royally screwed over, but hey. Library notes. These are useless to me. I don't really do spells. So, free money. Okay, so there is the thaumaturgy teacher. I want to see if I can try to get both. Thaumaturgy teacher and there's the rancid ramen, but oh. I'll give it a little bit of a go. Evolving eels. So honestly, it sounds like they've changed a lot of these on how they go. So honestly, they're all probably going to feel fairly different. Hey, there we go. Okay, so the school scissors, which sucks because, again, I know how it kind of goes now, but I don't know if it'll change. Yeah, I think I'll stick with this. I'll try to do the ritual right this time. And then we'll do the thaumaturgy teacher if I survive, which so far hasn't been going very well. So yeah. We've done this. I can kind of blast through it. But of course I'm going to try to, I guess, read the notes. Like, I thought I was, but they're giving me a bow and a clap. And then that's it. Like, nothing really changes. Unless, like, because I can't turn the pages. Which is very weird. So I remember him specifically that, like, there's a thing where they're like, oh, I found more pages. But nothing gets added. So yeah, check out the lockers. Get the bat. Don't have the key. Equip a thing. Move on. We're doing this by the books, sort of. And surely nothing bad will happen. I could go in. I kind of remember what happens if I go in. I get like frostbite. But if my strength, I think, is high enough. I think this lowers my reason. Or, yeah, there we go. It lowers my stamina. I'll take the hit, though. Just in case. You feel like something horrible is happening. Let's hurry. And then perform the rituals. This one, as of right now, is definitely being one of the weirdest ones because unless I find more notes, which I'm supposed to do, I don't even get the full ritual. Which is very strange. So I'm curious on how they expect you to do this. Hearing an eerie sound coming from behind the door, you decide to check it out. At first glance, the abandoned classroom seems empty. Once your eyes get used to the darkness, you discover an unusual sigil drawn on the floor. Judging by the smoke, someone put out the candles the moment you entered. I don't remember. Study the writing on the blackboard? I think I'm too stupid to do that. Pick up the book? Sure, why not? You recognize the sticker on the book. It came from the local library. Fatal Flora. Deals 8 damage to plant enemies. What do? Smack them? I just whack them with the book. I guess it's good to have, question mark. I'm like, You found an additional page from your friend's diary. It seems that the blessed chalk was left on the roof. You must hurry and find it. So yeah, like, they don't even talk about it. So from what I'm understanding, this is entirely random and like, there's no way for you to even know. Unless there's some like cipher or something, like, I don't know. It's just really weird that there really isn't anything to go off of. It's the eye. I usually always just run by. You know, just keep doing that, yeah. Okay. I have to draw the curvy guy with a triangle. But which... Yeah, it's just that one, right? Nope, upside down. Upside down triangle. Keep thinking that there's a different triangle. Yeah, and I still need the you found the blessed chalk, but I need the candles. And again, yeah, there's no... There's no, like, clues either. Like, I would think it's, like, the number of the page. But it's, like, yeah, like 14, 17, 18. No clue. I need a candle. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. Ah, the time warper. I guess I'm stabbing you a lot. Or no, I'm not stabbing you, I'm just whacking you with a bat. I feel like I should dodge more. I don't dodge enough. Maybe that's my problem. That's what keeps killing me. I don't dodge. Let's see if it does anything. Yeah, it did, sort of. Let's dodge again. So far, so good. Let's keep dodging. I need to play more defensively, is what I'm learning. Okay, now we can probably just swing for the fences. Yeah. The sound of scissors is getting louder. You must hurry. It's still crazy. I wonder if there is like a guide, like if there's just like a set right answer. It would kind of suck to look it up, but like, I'm just kind of curious at this point. I don't have Kazumi Nakawa. Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. Sounds like a threat. But because I'm so charismatic. Unannounced inspection, she asks. Thank you for telling me. While a receptionist is busy updating some boring papers, you copy some names and addresses. I have found the holy candles. Lit them as instructed. Still nothing new. Yeah. It's just so weird. Like, it feels like I should know something, but I don't. Yeah, we're just back to square one. We can step back writing at the amorphous mass. Yeah, I have found no tips. I have found no, like, hidden clues. The only thing I have is these two photos in the top left corner. It's strange, tall woman, been following me all day, and then this becomes like near impossible to read. Or is acting strange, need to talk to her after class, I hope she didn't attempt to ritual herself. Careful with the lines, I've hidden the candles in one of the classrooms tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, like, there is no clue. There's absolutely nothing. Which sucks, because I want to, like, I don't know, get better at this, like, but it just feels like a huge guess. Just this whole sequence is just a guess, which is really strange for an ending. Bow clap. Bow clap. Bow clap. Bow. Now it's your only chance to send this monstrosity away and put the correct combinations of bows and claps to perform the banishment ritual. Yeah, you know, the correct sequence. Like, that you aren't supposed to know because we didn't tell you. Sure. Oh. Okay, I'll take one wrong. I'll take one wrong out of 5. It's still weird though, because like, I don't get how you were supposed to know. I didn't really see. Is there a note you're missing due to the sequence, maybe? I mean, I looked and I mean, there was no note. There was no note that you could input or like flip through. I didn't see anything in the school. The only thing I can think of is like, I don't know, like, because I can't explore more. Like, once I get the candles, like, that's it. You either go to your storage or you do the ritual. Like, there's no if or and or, you know. I didn't see anything. I mean, maybe I'm just not familiar, but yeah. The eldritch horror is slowly moving towards you. I still got a negative ending, though. Even though I did the majority. Apparently doing a ritual slightly right isn't enough. The whole town stopped receiving any outside signal. Must be the radio mass failure. Okay, I think I'm going to save this one. You decide to spend some time with your family living in the nearby town, feeling tainted in the horror you've experienced here. Deep inside, you know you will be forced to return one day. You shouldn't take all these weird items with you. What? I just wanted to save in case I like died or something, you know? I just wanted to check. Weird. Nothing happens. Well, anywho. I guess we'll rest. What stat is really sucking? My stamina. My body hurts. Some mysteries. Access my storage, which I have nothing. Yeah. Change clothes. Can't watch TV because there's no signal. Yeah. Nothing. So yeah. I suppose I'm going to try to do the tragic tale of the thaumaturgy teacher again now that I know what's happening. Now that I'm not a complete dingus and gonna start praying to it and hope for a different outcome. 2B used to be one of the most outstanding classes in the school, at least before the teacher's disappearance. Her replacement glides through the school, entrancing all those around her with her soft voice and calming, emotionless eyes. Now she stands at the front of the class, scribbling occult symbols in chalk, Hissing lessons about the old gods. The children no longer play, but sit in their seats until dark, chanting along, learning of their eldritch masters and preparing to serve them. I'm gonna whack him with a bat. I'll try not to do this one. I'm not gonna investigate downtown, but I will go downtown to shop. If I can. Where the heck is... There it is. I apparently can't find downtown. Steak knife. Don't mind if I do. I love my steak knife. Anything else? No. Compass. Cigarette, sewing kit, camera, map. Yeah, no. Ah, we're good. I just needed my knife. Good old knife. Can't go wrong with stabbing things, you know. Following a rumor, you visit the house of a schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. The girl's parents sit crying in the living room, fearfully point you upstairs. Raining blood. Well, we did the check the bathroom one and I went bonkers, so let's calm her down. And I went bonkers, so... God dang it. When you touch her shoulder, she gets hysterical. Her reaction shocks you. You move away as more neighbors enter the corridor. You came to me, lady. She sits in her bedroom in a blood-stained uniform, a dead rat lying in her hands. Asked why she killed it. She just grins. This apartment building is full of crackpots. Man, I also like getting a lot of money and going crazy for no reason. Because people keep entering my house. Another lead. The former teacher of the class may prove more useful. Knocking on the door, however, gets you no answer. Just subtle chittering behind the door. So I kick in the door. Let me in. Now I'm just staring at a hilltop shrine. The trail to an abandoned Shinto shrine is overgrown and steep. However, it could be an important place to investigate. That's what they mean by money doesn't equal happiness. Apparently it doesn't equal happiness when the money somehow gets in your house and you don't know how it got there. In which case it leads to insanity. I don't know how you would feel. Like, that's such a weird thing to experience. You enter your house, nothing is gone. Like, this is a reverse burglary that just happened to you. You enter your house and there's, you know, let's say $100. $100 bill, crisp and new, and it's just like, hey, cool, I'm giving you this smiley face. You don't know who it's from. You don't know nothing. But it's just free money. It's just free money and you don't know how it got here. A briefcase of money on my desk or something would be weird. It would be weird, yes, but would you be like, like, you know, this person's going insane because that happened. Like, this person is physically losing their mind because money just appeared in their house. I feel like some people would just be like, I guess I put it here by accident. Like, somebody would just forget, like, you know, oh, I guess it was just something that happened to me, I guess. Shrug. $100 bill would make my reason go up. I mean, yeah, like, any amount of money you would think would... If it was less, you would be like, oh, I guess I just put it here for some reason. What's this note about? I don't know. Must be a prank. And you crumple it up and throw it away. It's just a weird reaction of like, I'm going insane. If I take the safe route, my doom's going up, right? Yeah, screw it. I'm doing okay on the doom department. Taking the safe route costs you time, but you get to the top without incident. Burnt out candle wax and dried blood around the shrine mean a new sinister cult has claimed the location. Now I can level up finally over the course of how long? Improving rest at home. This would be nice, but resting does technically make me go bonkers. Faster offensive actions. Don't mind if I do, honestly. I don't think I need to put points in my, like, recovery. I say that now, and then I'll immediately get stabbed in the face. I love the idea of just pumping it into dex and just being like a psychopath. You know, just so far that's my go-to build is just offense. I get screwed over in combat so many times, but maybe that's foolish of me. Maybe it's very dingusy of me. I could improve my knowledge because I'm kind of dumb. But if it's already this low, improving at 1 point isn't really gonna change anything. Screw it. We need more damage. A little boy from the school has been attacked by his classmates. So I go into the hospital, kick down the door, shake him. Who did this to you? A pale woman wearing a nurse outfit stops you today. Stops you. Today, we are running a blood drive to help those in need. You look healthy. Would you be so kind and help the community? Yeah, she looks like she got something going on. Make an excuse. Yeah, I'll take the reason hit. I'll take the hit. You find him in the hospital covered in bites. Just what is with this whole summoning that he speaks of between his sobs? Shake him some more. And the patient came home one morning covered in scars and babbling about aliens the police had them committed. They're mumbling something quietly as you pass by. I don't know how to be paranoid enough to speak their psychobabble. Okay, now the game is just screwing me over. It's just like, oh, you're trying to go into a freaking dex build, huh? The game is just whittling me down in other ways. I could enter the pharmacy. Honestly, I might, because this ain't going well. Sure. Give me some pills. Give me these pills. With no other ideas, you decide to wait outside the school itself. Yeah, I already got the one ending, so I'm kind of doing I guess the bad ending. Impossible angles and seemingly moving lines make your head spin. Stare in disbelief, and my reason goes down. God dang it. The faint chanting doesn't stop, and no one enters or leaves the building. Just cut me some slack, for the love of God. Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize you aren't the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Can never win. It definitely feels like that. Young witch. You entered the wrong hood, lady. You gonna get stabbed so many times. Oh my god, the devastation that's gonna happen if these all hit. Yeah, you never stood a chance. I get some box cutters. I absolutely love the freaking, I love the freaking fast swimmer and the knife, where it's just like, 18 stabs. You just make the enemy drop before they even had a chance. You hear a scream coming from the school. It's time to enter. Is it still gonna be the giant? Is it gonna be it? You sneak in through a window. Oh, it's just okay. We're gonna go poke the dead teacher. All the classrooms have emptied out. Peering into one, you spot the corpse of a teacher nailed to the chalkboard, shaking. You approach it. He seems chill. Put your hands in the air like you just... You spot... Yeah, the fan art in this game is going to be through the roof. You spot an odd bulge protruding from his stomach. It writhes against your fingers as you probe it, which is still psychotic that you do this. Suddenly, the teacher's chest rips apart, showering the classroom with gore. From within, a child coated in meat and intestines leap out, screeching with joy. You ain't gonna be screeching for joy for long when I stab you 26 times. Well, how much is this? Let's see, 3 damage each. 6, 12. I mean, yeah. Like that's a lot if each one connects. I'm missing a lot. That didn't go great. Okay, you win this one. I'll give you a dodge, and then I'll stab you a lot. Yeah, that's what I thought. As you near the gym hall, the chanting and rhythmic drums grow louder, threatening to intoxicate you. Why is the box cutters blinking? You creak the door open and stifle a scream. The entire school is gathered around a huge portal surrounded by black candles. From within, the bellowing of the beasts being summoned echoes. The teacher stands at the front, covered in a purple robe, her true form revealed. Oh, it's just more powerful. It has more health this time. Yeah, I guess I could have always attacked the teacher. Well, the more we know. Turns out, I'm a dingus. Because, yeah, the first thing I saw was just this. Like, oh, I can't attack it. And so then I'm like, oh, what can I do? And then, of course, I go, oh, look, I can do the freaking prayer. And, yeah. The game just tricked me is all. Well, I only got one course of action. I don't think I can really get hurt any other way, so... Stab the teacher. There's only one course of action here. You defeated Shiakawa School. I defeated an entire school. With her dying scream, the teacher throws herself into the portal, dragging the children with her. That's a lot. Like, how do you do that? How many children were there? You drag all the children with you? You have them all in hand, and you're just like, come on, all 16 or so students. Dragging the children with her, her vicious master shows no mercy. You hear it devour them all before the connection shuts. The children will no longer harm anyone because they're all eaten, but their parents will weep for them. Tragic tale of the thaumaturgy teacher, ending B. I think that's the same ending, isn't it? I think I just got the same ending. What the heck else could I have done? Rewards for solving this mystery. I get some XP, minus doom. Yeah, nothing much. I think I just got the same thing. Friendly dog disappeared last night. You'll have to find a new place to buy equipment. No! Not the friendly dog. I'm taking a bath. Because I got an owie. I'm actually doing alright. Get this freaking blinking thing out of my way. Like, yeah, like, I think I'm doing alright. Obviously, I'm playing on an easier difficulty, but, you know, at this rate, I'll take what I can get. I don't know if this is actually saving if I do this, but that's all I got. So now I can't buy anything, and I can't watch TV. Which kind of sucks, but, you know. I have gotten every ending of the Red Coat, Crimson Cape, Blood-Curdling Botanist. I kind of want to do this one and just let the guy die, because, like, I remember trying to take hits for that guy, and then he just poofs out of nowhere. But let's do the ramen, because we got wrecked on that one, and it's all kind of coming together. Rotten report of a rancid ramen. I don't have to read this. We already know. There's super good ramen, and apparently I'm so much of a Scooby-Doo expert that I think good ramen equals, like, goblins in the kitchen or something. Like, I don't know. Some sort of diabolical evil happens because the guy knows how to cook. The telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. Oh no, it's a lady. I'm gonna stab you a lot, because I don't think I can dodge that. Can I? I don't know. I'm gonna stab you a lot. I thought the meat was alive or something. I don't remember. I will say that. I think that, no, it's actually, I think it's what you would think. It's drugs, I think. Because when I did the one ending and you get the partial, it might be a little bit of both. I don't know what the other ending is. Maybe it specifies more clearly. But yeah, they mention like drugs, where they're like, yeah, it's just really good ramen with drugs. Like, oh, so people can't put cocaine in their food anymore, huh? Oh my god. I could get even more dexterous. I could become even more powerful. My god. This feels a little excessive, though. Like, I might do art knowledge instead and then dex, or vice versa. I like the sounds of quick thinking better, so I might do that. And then, maybe charisma? Charisma or perception? Knowledge just feels like kind of a dump thing, you know? Well, let's do charisma. I guess that makes sense. My god, I'm so powerful. Nothing can stop me. You can see the restaurant through the window staircase. Yeah, we've kind of already done this. But yeah, honestly, I can't really remember. Charisma check. Ha! Even though I succeeded without leveling that up before, so. That's the only issue that I'm having. I don't remember how I got the partial one. I think it was due to me just, like, I don't remember if I already discarded 2 items before. And so, I don't know if I should now to get the better ending? Well, actually, I don't even think I have. Well, no, I do have 2. I do have 2, I do technically have 2. I could discard 2 and maybe get the good ending. Unless I already got the good ending, which would really suck. If I got rid of the Fatal Flora and the Box Cutter, I could succeed on discarding the 2 item cards to complete this quest. I was just gonna let the guy die when it came to the plants, so I might actually just do that. Because, yeah, why not? Why not? You sneak into the alley in the dead of night, gagging. You look through the restaurant's garbage. It's all vile pulp through a few chunks of meat. Looks like promising samples. Yeah, no, I think this is how I get the partial result. I think I did the thing. Rancid meat of an unknown source. Well, no, well, now I'm not sure, because Now I have a whole chunk. I don't know. We're about to find out, I guess. Disgusting. We're gonna find out the old-fashioned way by playing the game. As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far and all the dumpsters that you dove through to get a piece of meat. You're very tired, so maybe ice-cold water is a good idea. Sure. I needed a strength check for that? What the? I'm fighting the water. Ice-cold water revitalizes you, and you're ready for the investigation. Apparently, somebody is playing very loud music or something outside. Let's see. It seems not the only one wanting to try it for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears, and you're shunned. I can't buy any items, but I can go to the police station. But the threat level's all right, I think. Seems that you were not the only one. Yeah. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unacceptable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Shovel. Continue looking. You quickly find the tombstone marked with red string. Under a stone, you find a note someone left for you. What was it? What was the note? Tell me. Yeah, it's like... I'm not... Well, it's probably in my storage, isn't it? No, it's just literally nothing. Cool. Great. Smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and is that blood you can smell? While you walk through the crowded space, someone bumps into you and quickly apologizes. Realize what's happened. Perception check. They stole your wallet. You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing into the crowd. Yes, the perception. It comes in finally in hand. It's finally your turn to order. 1 ramen, please. The owner grins wide. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Okay, maybe now it would be a good. All modifiers, all skill checks, stamina, reason, penalty. You know, honestly, I got the money, maybe. I don't think I can actually do anything. It's only in the one area. Yeah, I guess so. The red bowl is pushed in your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. What kind of lifestyle is this? And I've been cursed. I'm cursed to be a floor eater. Where the heck is it? Oh, is it because I'm not... Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Survivor's guilt? Add 2 doom at the end of the mystery. It should have been me. It's a very interesting curse. I curse you with survivor's guilt. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? Okay, so yeah. I didn't do the... I just did the vial, and I think that's when they're like, oh, it's just drugs. So the meat is probably, yeah, it's probably alive. Vile and meat, yeah. You look at the charts and cannot believe your eyes. While the standard test didn't detect anything weird, adding drops of human blood revealed something horrible. Whatever this thing is made of, it's alive, beating a soft pulse against the glass. Your friend leaves you with the papers, muttering an excuse, and preparing to flee town on the next train. That's pretty excessive. I mean, it's creepy, and you would think you'd want to, like, call somebody, but to just be like, nope, I'm out. Prepared for a fight, you march down to the restaurant. However, you find no eldritch horror to duel. Instead, you're shocked to find nothing but a gap in the street. You ignore the distraught customers still lining up where they remember the entrance. Investigating the grounds, you see something glisten where the kitchen used to be. Cautiously, you look at the chunk of meat and then jump back with a yell. As it flexes, it opens a weary eye, grins, and wanders off, stubby black claws. You walk home shaken. In your head, you hear the weird ramen breathing in its bowl. You only stop to throw up on the street. As you do, you know. So yeah, it was alive. So my survivor's guilt adds 2, but doing the thing minus is 3, so it's still a minus. But my curse is going to suck. Experience, more experience, and yeah. I'm in a pretty good spot, but the doom is climbing. Preparing for the worst, people are stocked up on everything, making it harder for you to find what you want. Joke's on you, the store is closed. I can't do anything. And I got this key, and I don't think this saves. I think it's literally just save and quit, so... I can't increase this anymore. I think 17 is my max, so... Take the small XP boost. And, I think I've only got the one Mr. Or no, I have 2. I just expect this guy to die immediately in this one. We could still lose. I mean, you know, I've been screwed over with the Doom before. But I'd like to think in combat I'm an unstoppable beast. But with my dex being as high as it is and the steak knife Doom. Let's do Blood Curdling Botanist. Because I already kind of know what I want to do. Bizarre Bruit of the Blood Curdling Botanist. Your neighbor asks you to help. Her husband, Shiro-san, has gone missing. She is worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. He became dirt. Where is he, and why would he need so much fertilizer? I mean, if he's a botanist... I feel like I said this last time when I did this, like, why does the botanist need so much dirt? He's a botanist? Is that not what you do? You've got the business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. Doubt it. Yeah, I don't think I can really do anything. Investigate the school location twice. Nah. Beef with the chief. Hey, how's this 1.0 treating you? Also, this is the best song. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know. This song, I don't think I'm playing it. Just this song in general. But 1.0, I got kind of beat up in the beginning, but so far, I would say it's definitely worth trying. It's worth playing if you're into the game. They've added one new mystery that I've seen so far. Sirens mentioned, I believe, 4 new mysteries, but I haven't unlocked any. I feel like I'm gonna have to play this a lot more to actually get, you know, all the new stuff. And this is the first time that I've been playing it, so yeah. specific soundtrack. The modding code, it's called Forest, and it tends to run during Forest Mysteries. There are indeed 4, and they all suck. As you keep winning, it unlocks the others. Well, hopefully I can see them in their sucky glory. We've already bumped into the, as Sirens puts it, the Wallowsy, which I can't deny what it looks like. It kind of like an Edmund McMiller style of mechanic, where the game gets harder as you keep playing it. Yeah, 4 mysteries and 2 characters, I think. Yeah, so far I've only experienced the 1, but admittedly, this is the first time that I'm playing 1.0, and yeah. I've won a lot on the previous runs, but I guess they don't really unlock anything extra. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't say that I've won a lot. I think I've done a couple good runs, but so far I am playing on a pretty mild mode. I haven't unlocked the second character since it needs all achievements, and I recently wiped my save file to test a mod I made. Yeah, the modding scene is definitely going to be very interesting. Like, I think that's probably the one thing that I should be doing, is just throwing in some good mods. First character is aggressively bad. Sadly, I can't say. I haven't experienced any of them. The new Elder Gods are where it's at, though. They are stupidly difficult. I need some more of them Elder Gods. You got any of them Elder Gods? Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Ask the waiter. What waiter? That's the I guess, I guess I'm at a restaurant. There were some bugs with the modding tools that have been patched that open up a lot of exciting options. I mean, yeah, like, this game out of, like, there's definitely, like, a few games that just feel like if you could mod them to the fullest, like, just the potential could make this go on for, like, days, just how many extra mysteries and things that you could add in. Obviously, I think some of them would have to be, like, cycled out and or, like, filtered, because, if everybody was just pumping in mysteries, there would be too many. Notably, while you could mod investigations that can give out ally spells, injuries, and or curses, there was no way to give a specific one of these. It would always be random. I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, there's too many things. It's like nothing happens or too many things happen. Let's just follow the weird guy. Why not? Perception check failure. The door is locked, but you think you can repeat the knocking pattern. Turns out I did not. I failed miserably. Jiro-san has always been a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. Last month he ordered a pack of an experimental fungicide from Tokyo. I've seen this dispatch order with an address somewhere, the old man says. Help me move this dirt and I'll look for it. I need you to move my dirt. The road seems to twist and turn. You're not looking. When you're not looking, trapping you in this neighborhood. I need a map. Get lost. just get lost. So now you can do things like have a mystery where you have a ending as you fight an invincible human type boss, and have an investigation and mystery elsewhere that gives you Thread of Fate, a spell to instantly slay humans. That definitely sounds like an interesting combination that would definitely be interesting to see. I was thinking of doing a morality system where you're constantly tempted to eat people, and every time you do, you get a hunger curse minus charisma. So charisma turns into the morality meter. I mean, yeah, like, stuff like that would definitely, like, it would add a twist to the game. Obviously, I don't know how the scene of modding it would go. But, like, because if it is just for like a specific mystery, if it's like a whole like run, then yeah, obviously that system would work a lot better, which I'm assuming is what you mean. Because yeah, if it was just for one mystery and it's like my charisma friggin' eats dirt now, but but your morality's low, it'd be interesting to see. I'd be tempted to try it out, of course, whenever it's finished. You spend hours trying to find a way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage of the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you. Fantastic. You would probably have to overhaul the whole thing and have lots of mysteries, both for opportunities to drain charisma and for things like, I mean, yeah, it definitely sounds like it'd be a complete overhaul. Which, I mean, for a modded experience, that's not too bad. Especially depending on how easy it is to kind of like turn it on and off. Doing like one long run with like this morality meter would definitely be interesting. Well, the dispatch order is stained with foul-smelling liquid. You think you can make out the address, at least parts of it. The house is somewhere in the nearby forest. Let's say make them start at charisma 14, which means they pass every skill check as long as they don't eat anybody, and then have mysteries where if they fail a skill check, something bad happens. That is one more, that is the more evil they are, the more likely they are to fail. Which, yeah, you would definitely want to create a lot of scenarios where being evil would be tempting. Because then there would be that too, where like, obviously, if there was no reason to eat people or do anything morally negative, it would just kind of turn into like, well, I just want to succeed on charisma checks. Like, I prefer having the huge charisma rather than the little positive that is potentially eating someone or, whatever plus that you would get from doing a negative action. Made a mod with the 0.999 tools, but it's for my sick friend and has lots of in-jokes with her. More importantly, it's loaded with Pokemon references, so if you streamed it, might deal with Nintendo super zealous lawyers. True. Plus, if it's a personal thing, I mean, it's cool that you did that, though. Definitely kudos, and hope they get better, of course. You try to lose the masked man who had been following you the whole morning. You eventually find yourself in a dead end. Looking for a way out, you hear a branch snapping behind you. What the? Cult delinquent? I definitely never bumped into this. I have gotten a lot of more random encounters that I've never seen, but then again, I might have just not played enough. But turns out I can stab him a lot, so I'm hoping this will kind of, work in my favor. Yeah. Just Are you running Hunted by the Cult backstory? I'm not sure if that one is one of the cult hunters. I don't think I am. Well, I'm doing timeline, what is it? Timeline B, like cult in Japan. So I guess if that's what you mean, I don't think I've changed backstories, but then again, I could be wrong. If the timelines are the backstories and whatnot. Which, to be fair, I did do on purpose because I've always done the World of Horror timeline, so I kind of wanted to change it up. Which might be my bad. I might find out that, that shouldn't affect the enemy pool. I mean, yeah, it's probably just a random thing that I haven't experienced. I'm not super familiar with the game. I'd like to think that I've put a few hours into it, but I've clearly got so much more to learn. Regain 1 stamina for all successful event skill checks. 1 charisma, 1 perception. Honestly, that's not too shabby. I might improve my knowledge finally. I feel like my dex is in a good spot. Having a 10 dex feels pretty oof. Pretty powerful for this low difficulty. I thought, you know, I was getting my butt handed to me. Thought I need to find the sweet spot. I have about 80 hours in the base game and 40 hours playtesting my mod. I'm not nearly good enough for the new content on max difficulty though. Yeah, I did hard, and I usually can get close to winning on hard, but so far it hasn't gone well. So I'm kind of back to cultist. I'm back to normal. Back to good old normal difficulty. I guess I'm just gonna do knowledge. So far that's like my weakest skill, and I need to get more successful skill checks if I am going to get more free stamina. So I guess it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, I would definitely say that I have tons of learning to do in the game. The final Elder God, I won't say specifically, but it seems specifically designed to spoil every cheap way of winning in the game and making your life exceedingly miserable, even if you don't do these. But at least it's possible. That's rough. I mean, yeah. So far, every time that I've played the game, I focus on combat, like just the quick successive hitting, as you can see with my dex and steak knife and what is it, quick fast swimmer, like just that constant hitting. But sometimes it does well, and then other times I just get dwindled by random encounters that are just like, oh, you lose 3 reason, you lose 2 more reason, and then by the time I'm done, I'm like, I'm dying. You discover an old campsite located on the edge of a small clearing. The tent has been knocked down and the food and utensils have been scattered everywhere. Investigate for clues. Perception check success. Footprints and tracks suggest a fight. The owner of the tent must have been dragged by 2 unknown attackers into the woods. You have a feeling that you're being watched, and when you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. I think I've had this event happen before. I'm gonna confront the person. I don't have enough luck. The decomposing skin and vacant stare can only mean one thing. It's a corpse someone has propped up. The idea that someone could do this so close to you and so quietly makes you shudder. +2 doom. I'm gonna get doomed out of the game. I feel like that's how I'm gonna get. Walking through a tree nursery, you suddenly stop. Something feels off. Isn't it too early for the leaves to change their color? Before you can continue your investigation, someone grabs your leg. Bark, woman. Get ready to get stabbed so many times. I mean, yeah, that just feels so... Let's see, 3 damage. I probably should dodge more. But so far, it's been working out. Let's go for it. Or, yeah, let's go for it. So close. So close. I mean, yeah. I guess I could have mathed that out. But then again, like, I think you can still crit and whatnot. So that's like the minor things that, you know. But hey, it worked out in the end. The dirt road looks promising, but it branches in 2 different directions. Which one is the correct one? No clue. Trapped dog. In the forest, you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discover a wild dog caught by its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly when you get closer. Help the dog. I now have dog as an ally. You free the injured dog. Thankfully, the animal follows you. What do you do for me, dog? Higher chance of finding items after combat. Sounds good. He is a good boy. Or, I guess it could be a good girl, but yeah. We don't ask these questions. Small shrine. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble on a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Both of these seem bad in their own particular way. Destroy the shrine? Yeah. Topple the evil-looking statue. Nothing seems to happen, but you have a terrible feeling about it. The doom's climbing. I mean, to be fair, I only have one more thing left. So this could still go either way. I only have one more investigation. Overgrown mansion. Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the mansion, there's the gardening company's minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives way and you fall down to the basement. Falling through the hole in the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. No, thank you. So from what I remember, when I did this before, I took the hits and led him out. And yeah, he kind of just disappears anyway, which kind of sucks. Like, so I kind of just want to go, you know? I just want to do the rush tactic, I think. Yeah, I can't do anything else, so let's get out of here. Come on, man. Let's get you out of here. He's just slowly dying. Look, it's his problem, not mine. I'm not getting hit once, so, you know. Honestly, I just want to see the alternate ending, you know? Wait, what's that? A rusty sickle. He's freaking dead. Vines whip you, covering your exposed skin in deep lacerations. You cry in pain, dropping the body of Shiro-san. There's no way you'll be able to save him with a heavy heart. You run, leaving the man you were supposed to protect behind. No doom is gained. And then it's gained because of my survivor's guilt, which is, you know, it's fitting. And yeah, stamina. I'll take it. I'll take my negative. Chance to hit. Small chance of dealing 1 extra damage. What have I sworn? I'd sworn it was a Monday, not Tuesday, right? Time skip. Oh my god. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be close with the doom. But I only have 1 investigation to go. So Goizo, I know, is all about the whole, like, resting bit. Like, if I rest, doom goes up. I don't really need to rest, so I guess I'm just gonna take the hit and just do the next mystery. He seems like a chill neighbor. Relatable elder god status. Goizo's over here, goizing it up. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. Goizo is miserable. Yeah, I mean, I remember playing him the first time. And ironically, he was like, I think he was probably one of the easier ones for me, but again, I think I was playing on an easier difficulty, and oh, baths are fine. Oh, maybe that's, you know, well, maybe I should have, but it works out. I'm only, you know, I'm only one hurt. The thing that gets penalized is the rest option in the house during investigations. Ah. Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking baths. All this time I was thinking baths did it, but I just didn't care because at the time the doom was low. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. School principal has banned the game, but has only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. Gather gossip around the current mystery. That is incredibly easy. But it costs Doom to enter. So, I either go in and take the Doom hit. I know I'm going to get doomed hit a lot on the lighthouse. It's very confusing, especially since Swimmer Girl's hot bath perk buffs the rest option in her house and not the actual bath. I mean, yeah, like, there's definitely a few things that maybe should be, like, changed wording-wise, but I guess it makes sense once you kind of, like, you know, you like, hear it, and yeah, you're like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that... that makes sense, and then you're like, it doesn't really make that much sense, but, you know, I'll accept it. I don't really need to do the... I don't need gossip. I don't need the gossip. I think I've done both endings on this anyway, so yeah, I might just plow through it. Venetian Society. But I am lowering stamina. The bear has been following you since morning. Finally managed to lose them, but can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. Fantastic. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. With your friends safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records in the city library make mention of Akamanto. Yeah, I mean, well, ironically, wouldn't Akamanto, I think, is actually a pretty, like, common Japanese story. So wouldn't it be, like, everywhere? Stop right there. You hear a voice coming from behind you. You won't destroy my life's work. It's the obsessed man. He's about to get stabbed a lot. He's gonna be needing some obsessed care. Dang. I'm getting so close, but so far. You read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. An interesting find for sure, but you need more. You need to find more information. I just need less doom. Yeah, no. Come from the window. Oh, my dexterity. My dexterity failed. It's freaking 10. Faint whispers come from the smog itself. I guess the threat isn't even that high. That just felt cheap. Well, was it here? No. That just feels cheap. I'm kind of hurt. I could go to the pharmacy and try to pick up something. But I think everything costs more. Or I can blast through this and not die. I like those odds. I feel like we're hitting kind of that like fine line. The psycho thing. You enter the hospital looking for information about a certain patient. The main corridor is dark and strangely empty. You spot a nurse at the registration booth. She's asleep from exhaustion. Set the trash can on fire. Sneak past her or let her sleep. I would like to think I could sneak past her, but who knows at this rate. Yeah, I'm failing horrendous. Like, what the heck? I have a 10 in dexterity. Am I missing something? My survivor's guilt doesn't do that. What the heck? The game, it's cheesing me. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all the records with him. Why would he do that? It's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. Both of these numbers are lowering rapidly, which I hate. I'm not a fan. You just got super unlucky. 1 in 6 chance of failure, I think. Oh, I thought it actually had direct correlation to like statistics, which is good to know. I mean, honestly, that it's kind of just dice roll. Oh. He seems like a good guy. Just a big dude. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. Now here, downtown has high threat. Like that I understand. It is dangerous, which I could spend in the police station to lower. But I'm hoping I won't be here for very long. Game rolls a d12 plus location modifier and checks it against the relevant stat. So yeah, basically like, even though I could have a very high score, I could just get royally screwed over. The hospital has a safe modifier, so it's just a d12. Which is good to know. I mean, again, yeah. Because, yeah, that's just baffling. It's like I have a 10 in Dex, and they're like, yeah, you fail. It's just like, what? Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. Looks like someone or something tore out his throat. Okay, so before I took his gun, and that lowers my reason a lot, but I get a gun. I don't think I need a gun. Checking his wounds for clues seems kind of irrelevant. Escaping before more people arrive. I feel like I'm gonna get screwed no matter what, but I guess I'll check his wounds. Oh, okay, you know. They didn't tear out his throat, but instead carved an occult symbol with something sharp. You try to remember the shape. Escape before anyone arrives. I could do for that level up. I could really take that the extra points in my brain. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. I gotta make it. Ritsuko-chan was the most promising athlete in her school. When she suddenly disappeared, the case was quickly closed without any suspects. Today, she has finally dug herself out. That one is one of the best ones. It's free 15 XP. It's just crazy because I was expecting like, oh, you touch the wound so your brain just melts out your ears. And there's been so many times where I get royally punished. You know, kind of like this. Honestly, I should dodge, you know? I keep doing that. I am going to dodge for once. And then attack a bunch. Because, yeah, I couldn't kill her in one set of strikes. So it's probably best to just play it safe. Ow! Playing it safe didn't help. Everything I do is wrong. It's stuff like that, yeah, it's just like, there is no right answer. Oh, hot bath. We were just speaking about this. Smaller doom penalty from running from combat. I haven't really done that. I mean, honestly, it's probably one of the better options, but I'm not really going to get a chance to use it. because, yeah, I need to rest, and the thing is over. So I'm kind of just screwed no matter what. Literally nothing is good, and I don't feel like re-rolling. So, bleh, you know, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just stick with it. Yeah, I guess I'll do stamina. And then... because, yeah, now I'm hitting the end of the line, and I just need to... I need the health. I need the support. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fight him. Actually, I think well, I forget what happens. I guess we'll find out. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squeak, squeak. You hear the sound of rubber boots as an unknown liquid drips on the tiles. Squish, squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish, squeak. The door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me. His voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? There is no right answer. I remember that. But does it affect my reason or stamina? That I don't remember. No option is a good option. But I can't do that. Well, no option I think is you fight him, which of course leads to its own pain. I guess I'll just do red. The thing that I increase, I immediately take away. You hear it clicking from the door's direction. Oh, and then I fight him anyway. That's cool. That's what I wanted. Maybe you don't fight him in the other option. Am I going to die? I might actually die. It might just be best to gung-ho. Yeah. I could still lose. Potentially. I could still very well lose. The doom is climbing. He left something behind. I have his mask. It's weird that I have it. I get some XP, some doom, and then it goes up, and yeah. It's a whole thing. Did the water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Okay. Take that bath. Stamina. I have a boo-boo. What does this do? Minus 10 doom. I mean, there's no reason to not. Unless there is. It seems like a good accessory. Yeah, I can't really do anything else, can I? So, this is it. The be-all, end-all. Start a new mystery. I don't have a new mystery. Ominous Lighthouse. I mean, yeah, this is it. No givesies backsies. There's nothing we can do. Or maybe there is, and I'm just unknown to it. I have done pretty well in this final stretch before. Now, I will admit, one of the many things is it asks who I fight. And admittedly, I'm a little lost on that one. Because we had a couple restarts and whatnot. So it is very possible that I could lose. Now, I can rest. but then I'm risking doom. Okay, so there's only like... Okay, there's like what? Like 3-4 floors, something like that. Surely it doesn't go up like 10 doom per like floor. So I just need to pad out myself. And I gave myself 10 free doom. So let's do like that. Let's do 60. Basically, like let's even that out. Like that pads me out. That's 60 doom. That's still 40 doom. Honestly, I could probably do like 65. You literally have 48% doom to work with for the entire lighthouse. I mean, yeah, like I'd like to think I'm golden here. Like unless I'm at like 80. So I could do 65. I could raise it to 65 and still get a good bit of stamina. Which I might do. I don't know. It's just that like, it's that like jitter, you know? It's that like, what if? Yeah, I guess I'll raise it a bit. There's 2 quiz questions you can get, and if you get them wrong, you get +5 doom, and there's an enemy that raises the doom. Which I think I could get rid of the enemy pretty quickly. Otherwise, no extra doom for just 5 investigations. So yeah. I've climbed in the mid 80s before and still been okay. Okay, so yeah. 17 is max anyway, so yeah. Yeah, we got this. We're fine. I will most doubtedly mess up the quizzes unless I'm lucky. But because again, I honestly do kind of forget. I'm usually pretty good at remembering, but the first beginning runs were constantly bumbling through. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. The cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in a weird moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water. But to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. I don't think it's physically possible for you to lose. That's good to know. I like those odds. Not enough strength. You're surprised at how much effort it takes to disconnect the faulty plug. As you force it, the weird goo burns your fingers. Finally, you manage to separate the faulty plug and connect the proper cables. With a buzz, the gate opens. Okay, so we're already getting our mileage here. For that rest. Okay, following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice the electrical cable. It seems to disconnect the door to a hole inside the center pillar. There's a switch inside. You'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. You've managed to locate the door switch while avoiding the knives and glass shards. With a buzz, the gate opens. It's crazy that you still get XP though. Like, what if you level up? Yeah, yeah. The flashlight strikes again. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision, and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. Continue climbing. My reason, my brain. You decide to brave the veil. You finally emerge a while later. Safe. You can't, however, explain the blasphemous whispers you heard. And a quiz? Oh, a fight. Okay, I'll take a fight. I'll take a fight. Unless it's like ungodly one-sided. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. It's Takahashi-san, the ultimate opportunist. Leveling up can be amazing here. It's just crazy to think about, like, I'm almost to the top, and then you just level up in like a clutch moment. I mean, yeah. 26 HP. Okay, that's pretty crazy. But he just raises Doom. And by 2, it would probably be best to just burn him down. Because I don't think you can dodge that. I mean, dodging Doom? Well, no, I guess you could. You get kind of roughed up here. And on the hardest 2 difficulties, the max health is 13. If you level up, you can just leave there in case you need the stamina or reason. I mean, yeah. I couldn't imagine doing this on like, I mean, hard, like, doing the tower was always something that I dreaded. Like, very hard, I can only imagine. It's just like pulling your hair out. Yeah, I feel like burning him is just... Let's just burn him down. Let's do it. Yeah. You think you can dodge 82 knives to the gut? Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. The tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods using your own body as a natural conductor. You will power up the gate. Not enough knowledge. You grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve endings. The pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. Goizo! We meet again. The dark cloud swirls around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? Take that, Goizo! As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. We have defeated Goizo once more. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening the eldritch old god. But what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until the stars are right once more. Imagine being too stupid to survive being electrocuted. It's definitely a matter of intelligence. I mean, yeah, like, that just feels like poor preparation. Like, oh, I have to connect these 2 things together, but I have nothing that conducts electricity but myself. It's definitely very funny. Your knowledge is too low. This looks like the face of a winner. Thank you, Beef with the Chief. I mean, to be fair, I feel like I've kind of put it a little bit on the easier mode, but hey, you know, it could have took a hard left. I could have got, you know, utterly destroyed by some random encounter. But I'll take my victory and pride, and, you know, and yeah. This run went a little bit longer, the stream definitely. But I will definitely be doing more. I don't know if I'll be doing more tomorrow. Get this out of here. But yeah. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Cultist is smack dab in the middle. But yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, feel free to leave a follow and all that. If you're wanting to check out some of the VOD and whatnot that you missed, feel free to swing on down to the panels below and click on the YouTube page. I usually upload them all there. All that fun stuff. Check out the Discord if you want to know the schedule. I also kind of post when I go live on X, I guess it's called now, though I'm still holding strong to calling it Twitter. But yeah. Been following for 2 months. Yeah, I did have to double check, and yeah. It's getting to that point where we have been growing, and yeah. Thank you for the, I mean, of course, for still following and just follow for the World of Horror tag. I mean, it's a good game. I definitely have enjoyed it, and I definitely still want to come back to it. It's just one of those games that it feels like it's hard to kind of unlock new stuff, and so then it's like, oh, I'm just playing the game, like doing the same thing repeatedly. But I guess that's kind of the whole point. But yeah. But with all that being said, I will definitely play more of it, probably just not tomorrow. But feel free to swing on by, you know, say hey, join all the things and discuss. But yeah, it was fun, and I will definitely be doing more. And that's all I got. I'll be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST as per usual, and I'll see y'all then.